Hey guys, it's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in today. So today we're going to be talking about my Honda Civic Type R and why I've stopped driving it in the winter. So as you guys recall, last winter it was my only car really, and I used it for any type of weather. I drove it in snowstorms, in the slush, right through the winter with salt everywhere. I barely washed it. I kind of felt bad, but not really. It's still a Civic at the end of the day, and I was using it for what it's meant to be used, which is kind of a daily driver that you can take on a racetrack. Well, here are a couple reasons why I've stopped using it as my daily for the winter, and what my plans are really for it. So, the main reason why I've stopped using it in the winter is because it's not really that great as a daily driver. There are so many better options, even in the Civic lineup itself, for daily drivers. It's not quite as comfortable, it's not quite as nice inside. You know, it's more of a race car type car, which is going to be a compromise when it comes to roadability. And I'm not saying that the car is terrible on the road. I actually thought it was great as a daily driver. It wasn't bad, but there are better options. And me owning a bunch of cars, I have a truck, I have the 335D, I could drive whatever I want. So am I going to choose a Type R or my very comfortable pickup truck to go on these long road trips where I'm going to be picking up building materials, I'm going to get the bed dirty? I'm always going to pick the truck. It's more versatile, it's more comfortable, and it's just nicer drive. So that's why you're going to see me more in the truck way more often than you're going to see me in the Type R in the winter. Now, does that mean I'm never going to take it out in the winter? No. I was actually very tempted to take it out today, but considering what my tasks are today, I decided not to. I decided it was best to take the truck. So that's the main thing, the main reason why I'm really not using it in the winter anymore. I have better cars out there for daily driving duties. The other reasons are actually pretty damn good reasons themselves. So the other reason is that it's not quite, the Type R does not age too well with salt. And what I mean is, it's actually not that rust proof. There's a lot of surface area rust forming everywhere in the car. And not that it's that big a deal. There's little surface area rust everywhere on there, but it just doesn't, I don't like the Type R getting that rusty so quickly. Now, were this a regular Civic hatchback or an LX Civic hatchback or a Sport Civic hatchback, I wouldn't care. I would not care at all, not one little bit. It's just a Civic at the end of the day, not a big deal. But this is a Type R. I really, I never really plan on selling this car. I do plan on driving this thing forever, or until I hit a wall somewhere racing. I don't mind if it dies racing. That's what it's meant to do. But I don't want it to rust out under me. I'm going to be working on this car. I'm going to be modifying it. I'm going to be testing it. I'm going to be installing different tires on it, different brakes. And the more salt you get on it, the more difficult it gets to work on it. If you guys aren't from the Northeast and you don't deal with salt, well, the problem with rust is once you get rust there, it's really difficult to work on the car. So the less salt you put on it, the easier it is to work on it. Now, does that mean I'm never going to work on this truck? Absolutely not. I am going to work on this truck, but it's still a truck at the end of the day. Not a big deal if we get a little bit of rust. I'll drive this truck until the wheels fall off because of rust. Not a big deal to me. No problem. There's lots of ZR2s out there. It's not that big a deal to me. I'm also going to take this thing off-road, where I'm going to get scratched and stuff like that. I would never do that with a Type R. So, that's the other reason why I'm not driving the Type R. And then, of course, I think the biggest reason that you guys are probably more interested in is my plans for the Civic Type R. So, I have a little tiny one-car garage that's heated, and then I have a carport, of course. If you guys haven't seen that carport video, I'll be putting it up, or if I already did, I'll put a link up there. And because of that carport and the space, it is cold, and it's not an enclosed area. So I actually took the S2000 out of the garage, put it in the carport, and I put the Type R in my garage. Now, it's not because I want to protect it or whatever the case may be. It's fine to leave a car outdoors, not a big deal. But when I'm working on it, and I'm going to be working on it extensively, I want to be at least semi-warm. So I'm basically going to take the whole front end of the Type R apart. I'm going to be installing a whole lot of nice parts that I've already ordered. Intercooler, downpipe, turbo blanket, and a engine mount, and an oil cooler. All kinds of goodies that I can't wait to get my hands on. but it's all going to be happening in the next month or two. And in the next month or two, it's, you know, December, January. It's the coldest months of the season. February is pretty cold too, but it's going to be happening then, and I want to be semi-warm, so that's the other reason why it's going to be in the garage. And if it's in the garage, I don't really want to take it out of the garage. And once it's in pieces, I'm not going to be able to drive it, so I really don't want to get rain and junk all the way in there. So for those reasons, I've been keeping the Type R basically under wraps in my garage. It's also under the protection of my cat. I have an indoor cat, and no mice can get inside the Type R, which is a huge deal. If you're not going to drive your car around, you're going to get mice in it, and mice can destroy lots of different things, especially on a more modern car, and I just don't want the liability with my Type R. So those are the reasons why you haven't really been seeing me drive my Type R recently. You haven't really seen that many pictures. You know, I washed it and I put it away, and that's really it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed a little update on the Type R. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering what's going on, and I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. We're out for a Sunday stroll over here. Ah, the sun's out. His back end playing around too. Come on. I can definitely pass him, but we're all slowing up because of